Hi everyone, super excited today. We have a special guest for joining our yogi living room today. I think this is like another online living room that yoga teachers, yoga entrepreneur came together to share the knowledge and what we have because our mission is, to impact the world. And I love having guests. Join me. My name is Nim Stant. I'm a yoga professional. I help train, and if you want to get fit and healthy, maybe look into the high performance yoga. And also, I train yoga teachers. I host an international yoga retreat and everything about yoga. Love doing that. And today we have Lisa Hendricks with us today. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us. Yes. Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about where are you located at right now? Because I can see the nice background. I'm super jealous. Look very cool and relaxed. Where are you guys at? Where are you at?
Right now I'm in St. Clair Shores. This is my backyard. So we're in Michigan, United States. And right now it's about 78 degrees outside. It's sunny and beautiful. It's a little bit cooler today than it has been in the past week or so. So it's a little refreshing, but it's Michigan and it's summer, so it's beautiful here.
Well, I mean, beautiful summer, can't complain. In Arizona, it's 108 degrees today, and yep, the kids need to play inside the building rather than go out at the playground. But oh well, I'm very grateful for having you here with us today, Lisa. So why don't we start with tell us a little bit about what you do and, tell a little bit of yourself.
Okay, so my story started a long time ago when I was an elementary school teacher. I taught kindergarten and first grade for almost 30 years, and I loved it. The kids have a way of bringing joy and pureness and passion into your life, and it's very invigorating in so many ways. I'm recently retired, and I've been, well, as you can imagine, elementary school teaching is a little stressful. So I found yoga about 20 years ago.
Wow.
And I've been a practitioner ever since. It's been a very grounding, helpful experience for me, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. It's helped me find a lot of gratitude, a lot of acceptance and love for where I am in life and for where other people are in their lives as well. I feel like it connects me more deeply to myself than to other people, just to the world at large. So that's been a blessing for me. And because I felt so deeply about that blessing, I wanted to share that blessing with other people. So for a while, I was just an advocate, and I would bring people with me to my yoga classes. And about 3 years ago, I was trained as a yoga teacher, and I've been teaching yoga ever since. This summer, I had a month-long trip to India, and I got my advanced certificate. So I am a 500-hour registered yoga teacher with Yoga Alliance. Learned so much about myself and about the practice, the history of yoga, and just connected with so many beautiful souls while I was there. It was an amazing experience. And since I've recently retired and moved to my new city, I'm kind of reinventing myself a little bit. So I am starting to teach some more private clients for yoga. And I've just recently, as far as yesterday recently, started my yoga channel. I uploaded my first video to YouTube. So that's very exciting for me. And in the next few days, I plan on doing the next one. I promised my old yoga clients in my old city that I would start that so we could still do yoga together.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So touching. I love it. So you just started YouTube channel yesterday. Awesome.
Yes.
So then I'm going to ask you, I didn't want to ask you right now, but can't wait. So how can people find you on YouTube? What's your channel?
My channel is just my name, Lisa Hendricks, and it's called Living the EO Life right now. In process of changing to the essential yoga.
So living the EO life, what is that?
EO is essential oils.
Oh, okay.
So, I also sell essential oils and other products for natural health. I have certified naturopathic physician, well, not a physician, a doctor,
So
not a
tell me
medical
a little
doctor.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Tell me a little bit. I'm very interested in essential oil.
Okay.
In,
Yeah.
um, because nowadays I have seen like my friend as well use essential oil to heal their children. You know, instead of like when the kids get fever, get cold, they just like go straight to the doctor and get ibuprofen and done, right? So she used essential oil. Um, how does it work? How the essential oil help with all that, you know, symptom that we have in our body?
Well, essential oils are plant-based medicine, and people have been using plant-based medicines since we were able to pharmaceutically create them. We always have used natural medicines. So they are effective, they do work. You just have to be very careful about what products you choose, because when you get a lot of products, they are adulterated or synthetic, which makes them not any different than something you can buy over the counter as far as natural goes. You want something that's pure, especially if you're going to be giving it internally into your body or to your children.
Right.
We want to make sure it's natural, it's pure, it's therapeutic, and it can give us the effects that we want. So the most recent study that I read with the research on essential oils is about 95% of them were adulterated. So it's very, very important that you do your research as far as which oils and brands you trust to be able to use them. But they're very effective because they are so small and they are natural. They can get into your cells. So they cross the cell membrane and the blood membrane barrier between your blood vessels in your brain. So they actually go into the cells and work on the inside of your body to heal instead of just suppress symptoms.
Right. And that's what I'm a big fan of it too. You know, I want the body to heal naturally too, rather than just like stop, right? Stop having a fever, right?
Because symptoms are warning signals in our brain. And when you have a car and you get a warning signal that your gas is low, you're not just going to put tape over it and say, oh, I'm just going to keep driving.
Exactly.
You're going to say, oh, I need to go get gas so my car runs better.
So you kind of share with us something that we need to be mindful.
Very mindful, yes.
Like living life in every area.
Every area, yes.
Relationship, your mindset, your every story that you told yourself, or you're the one who created those stories, right? Got to be very mindful. Can you share with us a little bit about how can we live the mindfulness life with the gratitude as well?
Okay, so that's my personal passion when I teach yoga, is that I want people to come away with an enhanced quality of life, not just while I'm with them in the yoga class, but forever. I want them to be able to have some self-coping strategies and some self-help things that they can do to live their best life and to take their best care of themselves. A lot of times, especially with women in our society, we don't do much self-care. We're taking care of everyone else and we neglect ourselves. And so we never fill up our glass before we try to give to other people. So telling people that that's okay, that it's okay, you're supposed to take time for yourself. You're supposed to be able to feel good so that you have more to give to other people. So helping people see through some of those shadows, I guess, in their life, or those false senses of what they're supposed to be instead of what they truly want for themselves. Just being able to quiet the body and quiet the mind during that yoga practice can help people connect more fully to where they are and where they want to be, so that they can make more deliberate choices for themselves and not just react or respond all the time, but actually create deliberately what they want.
So that is, we can do that during the yoga class, during the yoga practice. What about after the class is over? How can people, you know, carry on that mindfulness, that feeling of gratitude, and continue their life in the right way, right?
Yes, that's an excellent question. So when we're in yoga class, there are certain points where I'll stop and say, I want you to really focus on grounding your feet through the points of contact into the floor, equalizing your weight from one side to the other, from front to back. Really feel where you are in space. And then also, you can take this with you. So when you're standing in line at the grocery store, take a minute and find that groundedness, find that equilibrium, find that steadiness. Maybe stand in Tadasana for a few moments while you're waiting, or just other places, wherever you find yourself, just find that pose in your daily life and just release into it. Take a few deep breaths and then move about throughout your day. So just integrating those few little things while we're practicing, so they have something to take home with them. So that when they have a trigger, oh, when I'm standing in line, oh, this is what she said that we should do here. And then they can start bringing it out into their daily lives.
I love it. I love that you kind of like help us have some picture in our mind, right? Because it's just hard to kind of like figuring it out on our own. Like, okay, this is the yoga class, but then outside the yoga class, I don't know what to do. But yeah, like waiting at the grocery store, standing in the line, alignment yourself, just to always be mindful. But Lisa, this is got to be the habits, right?
This is the habits, yes.
How can we build the habits of, feeling gratitude and, feeling like, okay, connecting to ourselves? How can we build that habits then?
So adding habits in is much more easily done than removing bad habits. So I always explain to people, if you can start adding in one little thing every day, and when you feel like you really got that, like maybe it's every day, as soon as you get in the car, you turn off the radio and you just sit with yourself for a few moments before you start the car. Picture what the next step is going to be in your life, how you want to go into that, what you want to feel. And then when you feel very grounded and very ready to take that next step, then you turn the car on. It only takes a few moments. And you can do the same thing when you turn the car off. Take a moment. What are you grateful for? What are we thinking that, well, what we want, what would we like out of this, so that we can be even more grateful when it's over?
And I bet you it should be, if people practice this, there probably will be less accident on the road, right?
Yes, I agree. And less anger and frustration. Just a little more peace, even if it's just inside your very own car.
Right. I love it. I love your example so much. You help us like kind of vision it and see how can we adapt it, how we apply to use in our daily life. Because we just, I don't know about where you at, but where I'm at, a lot of people using the cell phone, right, and drive at the same time. And again, I'm going to be careful too, because I do it sometimes, like we getting too busy, right? And a lot of things. So that's why there are a lot more accidents on the road now too. I love to set the intention the first minute when I first wake up. Before I even get out of my bed, I connect to the universe. I actually ask God, I don't know if you believe in God, but whatever God you believe, right? That's good. So I ask, like, what would you like me to do? Where would you like me to go? And what would you like me to say and to whom?
Yes.
Because I want to like prepare my day to be ready to, just get out and embracing the life, right? Is so important. We'll talk about gratitude though. How can we practice gratitude?
I think just reframing gratitude. I like to do this during Savasana at the end of practice. Once we're very relaxed, once we have that connection that we've created to ourself through our entire practice, and we've become more mindful of who we are and where we are. Once we're in Savasana, I'd like to have them think about sometimes what are you grateful for with your body?
Are you guiding them?
I do guide them a little bit, yes, at the very beginning, and then I let them have some quiet time to enhance that, whatever that seed is that I planted. So sometimes it's Think about your body and all of the things that it does for us, even when we're not actively engaged in telling it what to do. Our heart beats, our lungs breathe, our blood pumps, everything is happening. Our hormones are produced and monitored, and it all happens without us having to do anything.
Right.
Our body heals. When we give it the right condition, our body heals us. It really takes very good care of us. So
Right.
let's think about what we're grateful for in that moment in our bodies. And then I let them just kind of think about that as they're mindfully waiting in Savasana, just allowing that gratitude to come. Sometimes it's thinking about some interactions that we had with different people during our day. Who enhanced your life that you can send gratitude to right now? Or who did you see that really was struggling today or had some challenges? Right. You can be grateful that you didn't have those challenges for yourself, and then send them some love as well. So just kind of reframing things. Like, if there was a challenge, what are you grateful that you learned about that? Either that person or that